Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Everything's good? All right. What's good, everybody? How we doing? Good evening, MSG Maritime Spaces, Etheregram, NQ Trend Sniper, Anthony, Kelly, Nate, Trader 007, Zenzen, Amounty, Dave, what's going on? Savvy, welcome. Who else is here? Lee, what's going on? George, how we doing, guys? How's your weekend going? What's up, Ahmed? How you doing? My weekend was good. I mean, I worked a lot. Got a few workouts in, and I pretty much just did some house chores this weekend. It's still kind of a lot of snow outside that's seemingly not going away at all. I mean, it's 19 degrees here. Air temperature, I don't know what feels like is with the wind chill, but it's still cold here. Still lots of snow on the ground, so you can't really do much outside. In fact, I didn't even take the time because we paid high schoolers to do the driveway, right? And the sidewalk that goes up to my front porch, we didn't even bother having them do that. So there's just this huge snow drift out my front door. So I just go out the garage door every time I leave the house. There's too much snow there. It weighs like 700 pounds to shovel that out of the way, and I'm not doing it. I'm just going to wait till it melts. What's up, Dom? Missed the beauty long. Dom, no, I caught the short side. I caught the short side off the open. If you guys noticed, if you pay attention, by the way, US Tech 100, if you take a look at that charts going into the market every week, you can kind of tell whether we're going to gap up, gap down, or trade flat over the weekend. US Tech was down when last I looked, like 171 points over the weekend. So I kind of knew we were headed for that gap down. And generally when you get those big gaps, there's that initial move that goes the direction of the gap, whether it be up or down. Usually NQ doesn't typically gap fill right away like that. So that's the move that I caught. I played the short really early. What's up, Pieter? What's up, Miko? How we doing? Guys, tonight we are going to do a 150K Take Profit Trader giveaway. Caveat, we're going to go back to the numbers guessing game. So no exclamation point Wes. We're going to do the numbers guessing game. We have discussed it and worked it out with our moderators to do something special for them in place of it. So moderators, unfortunately, you won't be able to participate in the giveaway tonight. However, obviously, we are going to do something for you moderators at a point later in this month, right? I don't know exactly when that's going to be, but that's the deal. Overwhelming majority of our moderators voted to allow the numbers game and not be a participant in that, and they'll have something special lined up for them at a later date. So yeah, we're gonna do the numbers guessing game again for the giveaway tonight. I'll announce when it's happening. So thank all the mods for allowing this to happen, so we don't have the exclamation point Wes is running all night long and the bots and all that. But yeah, GG's mods, and thank you for allowing us to do this. We're still trying to figure out a better way to do the giveaways. We're still researching and looking over a few different options that we have, but this is the best way we can solve that issue right now. So this is what we're going to do for the meantime. Good for the Amounty. It's kind of like it works against you, because what inevitably ends up happening with the bots, right, is they'll join, they'll put a bunch of entries into the giveaway, and then immediately when the giveaway winner's announced, you'll have like 150 subs during the stream, and then 60 of them will disappear immediately after the stream. So actually, it doesn't help my channel at all. It actually hurts my channel quite a bit when that happens. So it's bad for the YouTube algorithm if you think about it. It looks like a bunch of people just unsubscribed instantly. What's up, Trader's Nest? What's up, Soradino? So yeah. So we're just trying to find the way to combat that. And hopefully this works. All right, we got about 65 people in here right now. Like I said, it will be a random number guess game. I think we're gonna go a little bit higher on the amount of numbers tonight, just so you guys can have more fun trying to figure it out. There are clues within the giveaway that can kind of get you close if you're really paying attention to the chat and other people's guesses. What's up, Slylu? No, I didn't play for the gap fill. I actually caught the short right at the open, pretty much. I actually caught the short right at the open. And if you guys can see, we came down and tested the prior week low and held. We'll be watching this 585 area right now for possible rejections if we get that sweep up for another move back down. If we get above 585, obviously we're looking into the close of last week and the full gap fill. So we'll see what happens. Or 670 is the prior week close. So 670 would be the gap fill, is that right? It looks like 640 would be the gap fill. So 640? Is that right? Why is my daily chart off? That doesn't make any sense. Are you guys seeing this the same as me? 640's gap fill? Yeah, why is my daily chart off? Why is the bottom of this candle at 670? That doesn't make any sense. All right, well, let's go ahead and bring this down to 640 then, if that's the actual prior week close. Not quite sure what's going on here. That's close enough. Close enough. Yeah, Scott. You know, the bottom of this candle's here, but when you come over to the 5-minute chart and you look at the gap fill, it's at 640. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, and it's all on quant hours, so it's like, yeah, I don't know. You've got on my left-hand side, that big green volume profile is last week's volume profile. So you got point of control sitting up there at right around 700. If we get above that gap fill, that would be the logical spot for NQ to go trade up into before we get a sense of direction. So I kind of want to see the overnight trade back up into this, to be fair, for tomorrow morning. We really don't have any news headlines this week until later in the week. So we could be trading, within the range still, especially since prior week low held. So just be on alert early this week that it could be kind of range bound and choppy still. So just be careful. I mean, obviously Trump can say something at some point in time, send out a tweet. There could be tech news that comes out that could alter that. But right now we don't have any major news on the agenda until later in the week. But yeah, guys, tonight's giveaway is going to be for a 150K take profit trader account once again. We will do the random number draw. I'm not going to announce what time I'm going to do it at tonight at all. So if you see somebody ask that comes in later, handle that for me if you could. I'm not going to even respond to those questions this evening. I'll just ignore them. So if you guys would like to give them the forewarning and say, hey, he's not going to tell you, feel free. Tell him to kick rocks. Yeah, I'll let you guys handle that. I'm just gonna ignore the questions because I feel like I answered that question. How many times do you guys think I answered that question? You know. Caveman, yo, dog, win the raffle. But yeah, you guys you know what I'm saying. You got the syrup? Oh, it says win the waffle. You got the syrup. Oh, okay. Zenzen's like way too much. Well, not only that, I would rather not. In the beginning, I did announce it. I announced what time I would be doing it. But then what we were realizing was people were just leaving, coming back when we would do the giveaway, right? I'd rather people that are here and engaged with the live streams have a better opportunity to win. All right, looks like we got some blocks to the top side, 650, 700, every 50 points right now. Nothing really huge. Let me fix this really quick. I just realized the vertical stream can't see the price. There we go. All right, now we're good. What's Aramek? What's up, Aramek? How are you? Guys, I kind of want to run like a little survey with you. So next Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday. And I don't know if it's going to be worth doing a stream on Super Bowl Sunday. What's up? What's up, Futures Trader? What's up, Mike Light? I don't know if it's going to be worth doing a live stream on Super Bowl Sunday. I just don't know what the turnout would be. No show, Zenzen? Yeah, I'm curious. I'd like to see what you guys think in the chat. I mean, I know some of you obviously don't watch American football or football. Silver's back positive and breaking up. Oh, I think it's just gonna backfill some volume from Friday. Enjoy the game. Yeah, I think you'll be free during halftime. Yeah, I just don't, you know, what are we going to end up with? 30 people watching the stream, you know? Who do we want to win the Super Bowl, Cindy? Or it doesn't really matter to me. Honestly, I'd rather see Seattle win it than I would see rather than New England, obviously. I'd rather see the Seahawks win it. And New England's got their fair share of rings. But yeah, I would rather see Seattle win it. I think that Seattle defense is very, very, very good. So it's going to be tough to score on them. All right. Are we going to go get the gap fill, or are we just going to tease it? You think the better ball handlers will win? Oh, goodness. What's good old gold doing? Gold's kind of turned up now, going for its gap fill up there around 4,900. Just above 4,900. NQ's going kind of for its gap fill. What's up, Phoenix? What's up, Prince? The Lions? Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know that we'll ever get to see our team in the Super Bowl. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Yeah, that's true, Tenor. The OTC can give you $100, please? Technically, that's against YouTube policy. I could lose my channel if I was handing out cash. Ball handlers will play sport ball and don't know what's happening. If you're watching this on that vertical stream on the shorts feed, feel free to click on the other live stream on my channel. It's the one that doesn't have the word mobile in the title. It's a lot better viewing experience, and that's where most people are hanging out at. We got about 100 people in the live stream right now. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. I appreciate you. You guys always make my nights entertaining, and I can't thank you enough for all the love and support. And on that note, if you haven't yet, smash that like button for me. It really does help out the channel. What's up, J-Pong? How are you? Long time no see. What's up, Icon? I'm kind of just waiting on this gap fill to happen before I start looking at any kind of setup whatsoever. I don't really want to chase it. You're told we always have to support our local ball handling and kicking men. Kind of odd. Yeah, sorry, the OTC King. Cash giveaways are against. You can thank who was it that kind of put the axe to that? I think Mr. Beast was the one who kind of put the axe to that in YouTube's eyes with the cash giveaways. Oh, they will be at the Super Bowl in the stands. Facts. I mean, that's facts. For sure. Facts. Oh, guys, I got into a debate recently. And I'm curious. I want to see what the majority is. Favorite spicy chicken sandwich. Favorite spicy chicken sandwich. Because to me, Chick-fil-A's Spicy Chicken Deluxe is the GOAT. But I did see some other takes on that. Zen Zen Wendy's? Really? Okay, so back in the day, Zen Zen, I would have had to agree with you. However, I had one recently, and the thing was like cardboard. Popeyes and Ghost Pepper? Popeyes? Oh, Zen Zen, you haven't had it at Chick-fil-A? Oh, you need to go to Chick-fil-A. You need to make a trip to Chick-fil-A. I'm telling you. It tasted like, so the chicken tasted like it was frozen bag from Wendy's. Oh, Zen Zen, you're that person at Wendy's? You go in there, can you make it fresh, please? Make it fresh. I'm going to watch you. I got my eye on you. What's up, Design? How are you? What's up, 44? Made to order. Okay, yeah. Okay, I get it. They do claim that, right? They do claim that. Is it Wendy's that if the fries aren't fresh, you can send them right back through the window and they have to be hot and made fresh? So I've seen Popeyes. I see Bojangles in there. I've never had Bojangles. I've never had Bojangles spicy chicken at Telegram. So I couldn't comment on that one. Piter, yeah, kind of. What I'd like to see, ideally, this is in an ideal world. Not that this is going to happen. This is not financial advice. Do not copy my trades. You will get wrecked. But what I would like to see happen is something like this. Like, fill the gap, come up, test prior point of control, come back down, and one of two things, right? Either we get the hold above for the move up into this level up here, or we get the breakdown and the rejection, and we kind of settle into a gap range, kind of. But I'm gonna wait for this gap fill regardless at this point. Already up $980 on the session. No reason to take anything stupid. When Dave and the old lady on the commercial was alive, it was top tier. Right now, Culver's. Yeah, the Prince. I kind of agree with you. Like, something went downhill somewhere along the way from Wendy's. Where do I get the levels from? Spoil trades? Oh, I draw these on my chart. So what I do, it'll probably be easier if I go out in time frame. Let's go to like we'll go to like a 30-minute chart, and I'll date it back 6 months. So what I'm looking for is swing highs, swing lows, where the market's tested a lot and rejected, where it's bounced and held as support. And I just mark those areas on my chart. That's where the levels come from. Nothing really crazy to it, but no, J-Pong, I don't use RSI. I don't use RSI or MACD or any of that stuff. I really just try to trade levels in combination with volume profile and a little bit of order flow mixed in. Sometimes I'll look at cumulative delta, which is this number down here, to see if cumulative delta is negative, but price isn't going down anymore, and I'm seeing aggressive buyers stepping in and price is going up. You know, I'll play that delta divergence sometimes. Yeah, I just never really, it was just like an extra thing that I never really used. Just added more noise to my charts, so to speak. You love use some RSI? Yeah. I mean, look, if you guys are using something that's working for you, keep using it. You don't have to trade the same way that I do, right? Everybody's their own unique person. If they've got something that works, if you've got a strategy that works, using those kinds of indicators, by all means. I'm not going to be the one to tell you you're doing it wrong. You know, because if you're making money, you're not doing it wrong. There's lots of different ways to make money in the markets, right? Everybody's on their own journey. We all process information and data differently. We're all at our own spot in our trading journey as well, right? We're taking in as much information as we possibly can, looking for something that might give us some sort of edge. You know, if you're using something that gives you that edge, use it. You just started again 2 days ago. Here was my last straw with those. I used to know this guy who would literally, when an asset would go either overtraded or overbought or oversold, he would actually play in the direction of the overbought and oversold on those things and was making money. So like if a market went overbought, he would actually get long if he could find another reason to get long, right? And then when it would go oversold, he would look to short even further. So like, and he was very profitable. And at that point I was like, yeah, yeah, let's just get rid of that. If it's like that to the point where it's that off, I don't need it on my charts. Amir, if you're a beginner trader, me personally, I would start with Lucid, right? End of day trailing drawdown is a lot more forgiving than intraday trailing, and take profit trader. Even if you pass the evaluation, when you get into the sim stage of the funded account, the beginning until you get past a certain buffer, depending upon the account size that you choose, is going to be intraday. So, and that's a lot more difficult to navigate than an end of day trailing drawdown account. Lucids are going to be a little bit cheaper than take profits are as well. So I would probably start with Lucid if I was you. You do that, Devin? Yeah, see? Yeah, Caveman, I'm not sure what that was all he ever explained to me. But he was showing me his, like, the stats on his strategy in the very beginning. So like, and it was a pretty high win rate. Like, he was scalping, right? He wasn't going for any like big moves or anything like that. He was scalping, but it was a very high win rate. And once I saw that those stats playing long into overbought, playing short into when it was oversold. I was like, yeah, I don't need that on my charts. Self-made project. The term intraday still confuses you. Okay, so say you get a trade into a trade. The trade goes $600 into profit. As that trade goes into profit, that trailing drawdown will follow you. Now, even if that trade starts to come back on you at all, that trailing drawdown is set where it is at its peak. So technically, if a trade comes back on you at all, it eats into your available drawdown. Does that make sense? Whereas end of day, you have that drawdown and it is set where it is for the entire day. No matter if you go up $2,000, you still have that full drawdown until the end of the day. So in an intraday account, you can't really let trades breathe. You have to kind of just lock in profits on the way up or on the way down, whether if you're shorting, and you can't really let them come back on you too much. Correct. Technically, no drawdown goes backwards. Like even on end of day, it never moves. It will adjust at the end of the trading session and follow however much you're up on the day. But say your first trade on the day goes $1,000 and then you lose 400 and your trade's back down to $600, right? The end of day trailing does not, it's where it was in the very beginning, right? Like on a 50K account, it's $2,000 down, and it stays there. So you would still technically have $2,600 of drawdown on that day. Intraday would follow you up all that 1,000 and then would stick there as soon as the trade started coming back down on you. So if you lost $400, now your available drawdown is only $1,600 instead of the $200. Does that make sense? It does make sense. Okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah, because I mean, if you're going to purchase an account, I think you guys should know what you're getting into, especially if you're newer to trading. Definitely look through all the rules, find what rules suit you best. If you have any questions, obviously you can reach out to me and I'll try to clarify that for you. Clear as mud. War is bullish. Yeah, generally, well, certain sectors it's bullish for, right? Where in the markets, nothing makes sense. That's true. That's true. You definitely see negative news, really extremely negative news. The market pumps on, and I've seen really good news that the market sells off on. So, honestly, I think the big players in the markets are trying to push price wherever their target is, whether it be to the top side, and if they'd like to buy at lower prices, they're trying to get it to go down. So, while news, I think initially, unless it's catastrophic news, right? While you have that initial impulse move, eventually it balances out, right? Trading bears, I'm on this is a 30-minute chart right now. Sorry, I didn't flip back. I was giving an explanation about my levels. Let me go back to a 5-minute real quick. There we go. All right, that's a 5-minute chart now. If you are new, the best thing to do is go all in on a $2 stock on them. J-Pong, you've been using the 2-minute? Yeah, I've heard a lot of trade. I used to look at the 2-minute. Just most people that were watching the stream trade the 1-minute. So if I go anything lower than a 5, it's generally the 1-minute. But yeah, I know a lot of people that use the 2-minute. Right? You'll even notice within a 5-minute candle, like at that 2-minute, 2.5-minute mark, price will generally reverse in the opposite direction and try to at least. Yeah, Jeff, I know those lower time frames are extremely noisy. They're extremely noisy. You know, like I've pretty much got what I'm looking at to develop my bias. Um, you know, this is kind of where I'm getting my bearings for what I'm expecting throughout the day. Like if price is trading above the prior week close, obviously I'm looking for longs. Up into first target would be this daily 20 SMA sitting right there at 740, right? 100 points above that prior week close. I'm looking to the left to see where we had bearish engulfing candles that might be possible rejection spots in the past on the daily. And then I'll zoom down to like the 1 hour, you know, and try to find gaps in price, because those serve as potential targets as well. You know, but this is pretty much what I'm using to develop my bias. If we start heading to the downside, we'd be looking down towards this unfilled gap down here, which could be wrong because obviously my charts are off just a bit. I'm not quite sure why. But we're still just range bound, guys. I realize there's been aggressive price action, but we didn't take a new high. You know, when we made this swing high up here, didn't take a new high. Price still rejected it at the heavy resistance that we had up here near all-time highs. We're kind of right smack in the middle of all this. If you look far enough left, there's this gap that we seem to still be putting in lots of volume in from back over here. So, I mean, we're still just range bound, and we really don't have a catalyst. And like I said, unless Trump or there's some tech news until later in the week. So, like I said, the next few days we could trade a little sideways. I mean, it might be trendy. You know, you might have 300-point up day, a 250-point down day. You might have some movement and some volatility. But overall, we've really done nothing since, what is this, October? We've been in this same little range. We've had looks above, had looks below, but really we're constricting. Lower lows, or higher lows, lower highs. We're just tightening the coil still. So don't expect too much until we get some sort of catalyst. Would be what I would recommend. You know, have your targets small, relatively speaking. But as far as like having really big targets, you know, like for swing trading and stuff like that, I wouldn't look to enter anything on a swing position right now. Not on the Nasdaq, at least. What's up, running on empty? I'm doing good. Doing good. How are you? Let's see. So 650 looks like a logical spot for this to go. You could probably scalp out 15 points there if you get the entry. Or maybe it's just going to do it right now. Yeah, that looks like a 5-minute chart rather than a daily one. Until you look at the price scale, Phoenix. Until you look at the price scale. Yeah, Amir. Yeah, we're in that range. We're in that range still, you know. Had looks above, had looks below. The move to the top side here, if we do get above this level, would probably be up here into 700. There is a block here at 650. There is some interest up there around 700 as well. But ideally, I'd prefer to be executing from way up here or down here, right? Had a pretty good break and retest on this off the pivot here. This is S1 pivot. R1 isn't up here until 9:37, so Pretty wide range on the pivots yet again, so probably anticipate a little bit of volatility tomorrow. You kind of had it tonight off the open, but we're coming into that time slot where... J-Pong, you just joined Discord again? Nice. What's up, Fully? Amir, this is just the classic setting, so it's an indicator. It's an indicator. Is that the glizzy? No, it's not the glizzy. So the glizzy would have expected range, and then it would have a Keltner channel on it. And then it would have a momentum oscillator down here at the bottom. I don't have the glizzy on right now. The glizzy probably wouldn't be printing. I printed one down here at the lows, it looks like. On NQ. Today a rebound day, Pro Trader? I think at the very least we'll backfill some of the volume. But especially on the metals. I think the metals will probably backfill some of that volume. I would expect silver to at least go test, you know, somewhere between 95 and 100. Gold. Gold looks like it rejected just underneath 5,000. I would expect buyers to try one more time to reclaim that. So probably another test up in here. You know, a retest of the swing low there right below 5K. And then we'll see. That was a pretty clean rejection there, though, if you look at it on gold. I mean, that's fairly clean. So 49.73.60. There's so much risk involved trading those metals, dude. I can't do it. I don't know how people do it. You gotta really. That's like a heart attack on a silver platter. No pun intended. No pun intended. You've been watching Desi. Oh, Vincent Desiano, Chris? Yeah, he's... I think if you are looking for, you know, something simple that makes a lot of sense, he's really good at spotting key levels in the market, no matter what you're trading. I mean, that's kind of... Obviously, he and I have different levels, you know, but that's kind of where I developed... Like, I learned a lot from him in the beginning, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Like, his ability to spot key levels was what drew me to this style of trading. So he's very good. I'll always highly recommend his content, for sure. Gonchalo, we're kind of talking about it right now. I would give... The two guys that really helped me a lot in the very beginning were, I watched a lot of Vincent Desiano, and I watched a lot of Carmine Rosado for his supply-demand order flow type stuff. Vincent Desiano to learn how to spot key levels in the market, and then Carmine for obviously reading order flow and stuff like that. And my understanding of order flow is very elementary as well. Wow, we really gonna smack off the gap fill there? Gonna leave that order at 650? Dude, how close did that get? A couple points? But those are the two guys that I'll highly recommend. They have a lot of good free content on the internet right now. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Vincent even has like a daily pre-market stream where he goes over his levels on his charts. Kong, the same rule to receive a 150K account, right? No, we're not doing exclamation point West tonight, guys. Sorry for everybody that's new here. We're doing a random number guess tonight. I'm not going to announce what time we're doing it at either. You'll have to be in the stream in order to participate in that giveaway. So no, exclamation point West doesn't enter you into anything tonight. And there goes gold back to the downside. Yeah, guitar guy, if you're trading one of the... What's up, Limitless? Caveman, oh, well, dang, I got no chance then. I mean, everybody's got a chance if they're here when it happens. The problem, like I said, guys, the problem with the exclamation point West was either A, a lot of people were coming in, typing in exclamation point West a lot, and then leaving, or you get the bot accounts that would enter 60 different accounts at the same time and then leave, and then we would have this mass exodus of subscribers after the stream, which actually hurts the channel. So, like, it was a lose-lose for me. And we're doing these giveaways for you guys, right? Like, we want it to be fair. We want, and we definitely want to have the people who are loyal supporters and here every time to have the best opportunity to win. Oh, Gonçalo, I got you. I'll just type it in that chat for you. Did he say you here? Kong, yeah, but it won't start until I start the giveaway. So no reason to guess yet. And then the way it's going to work tonight, guys, is every 30 seconds, we're going to pull the time limit down on when you can re-enter. We're going down to 30 seconds instead of a minute. So you can have one guess every 30 seconds. And you'll kind of see how it works when you start guessing. You got here the Sunday night 6K, then all week 6K. Jeff, yeah. I mean, we have a lot. What are we at right now? I don't even know what we're at right now. Or, are you talking about subs, Jeff? Or are you talking subscribers? Oh, Pro Trader, I wouldn't mind it. To the downside on NQ, since we're kind of just hanging out. You got an unfilled gap down here around 24.3. If we start getting heavy and break these lows, obviously you're watching these lows, right? But if we do get below these lows, you've got a pretty decent drop here. And this would be a logical target for it to come. You've got a major break and retest, higher time frame structure on the daily here at 23,902. You've got a previous all-time high swing sitting right here at 24,070. So all this down here would be the logical spot to start looking for a big trade if we start cracking through levels aggressively. No, Jeff, no Royals hat. No, you don't need to send me a Royals hat. I won't wear it. Shad, so we're trading ticker symbol NQ. Nasdaq index futures. Well, not we. A lot of people in my chat. By the way, those of you that are in the vertical stream, feel free to click on the other live stream on my YouTube channel. The one without the word mobile in the title. That's where most people are hanging out at. We got about almost 170 people in the live stream right now. It's a lot better viewing experience. You'll get to see my full screen and really get a good feel for what's going on. But feel free to click on that other live stream on my YouTube channel. It's a lot better viewing experience. What platform am I using? I trade on Quantower trading platform. My personal broker is EdgeClear. All the cool kids are here. Yeah, J-Pong's trading MES. Yeah, we got gold traders. Man, we got 6.69. Oh, so we're about to go over 6.7K? Oh, yeah, we are. We're 9 subs away from 6.7K right now. So we're on the road to 7,000 subscribers here soon. It's kind of hard to believe, though, isn't it, guys? I know some of you have been around for a while and watched the channel probably go from, well, in some cases, some of you have watched it go from 0. But, you know, just last, what was it, July or August, we had just over 1,000 subscribers, I think. I want to say. Is that right? Yeah, I want to say it was like June or July we hit 1,000 subs. So the channel's really, really taken off. Hey, 7K. 25K before the... I don't know about that. That seems a little unrealistic, right? By the end of 2026? Get into Forex, Goncalo. You want to know my honest opinion? Get into futures. Trade futures. Don't trade Forex. Oh, Chris, any advice for you who work Monday through Thursday? Honestly, a lot of the traders here, Chris, do have day jobs. Just to give you a heads up. I'm probably the wrong person to ask because I'm a full-time trader. I haven't actually worked a day job in a while, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask. But there are a lot of people in my chat that do work day jobs. Generally, they probably just trade for an hour or two at night, you know? There's enough opportunity if you have the right symbol. Like, for instance, every single point on a Nasdaq, with the chart that you're seeing, every single point that this is moving is $20 per contract, per e-mini contract. So if you get a 10-point move, that's $200. You know, if this thing goes from 33.5 to 43.5, which happens relatively quickly, you can see how quickly price moves. You know, there's definitely money to be made there. It hasn't changed much. Day jobs still suck. I was saying the same thing when we were heading to 5K. I know, Ahmed. It's really overwhelming, to tell you the truth. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what I'm doing as a streamer, even still. You know, we've been doing this for a little over a year now. I have no idea what I'm doing. Shades, yeah. I think futures are better, easier to trade than Forex is, if you're asking me. Goncalo, when I said trade futures and don't trade Forex, what does that mean? Futures are a lot simpler to understand, right? Like when you're trading Forex, you're trading pairs for the most part, right? Like you're pitting one asset against another. And futures is very technical driven, I want to say, as far as the trading is concerned. I mean, yeah, you have a lot of news and economic news headlines that you got to pay attention to, but the US indexes trade very technically. You're trading one symbol, right? Like you're not having to worry about the dollar against the British pound or the dollar against the Japanese yen, or you know, you're not trading pairs. And futures move a lot more, I feel, than most of those Forex pairs do. I don't know, chat. How do you guys? What do you guys think? Those of you in the vertical format stream, by the way, if you're a little confused why I'm bouncing around topic to topic, I got 2 live streams going on right now. One's in horizontal format, the normal YouTube format, and that's where most people are hanging out at. Feel free to click on that other live stream. There's, what do we got? 160 plus people in the live stream right now. I got good charts, Devin. Yeah, I keep my charts as clean as possible, right? The levels are kind of what I'm, kind of why people follow me and what I'm kind of known for, or have been known for a while now. But yeah, I prefer to trade clean charts. Shad, so they're called ticks in futures trading. They're not called pips. Pips is a forex term. So the Nasdaq, for instance, right? Ticker symbol NQ. It moves in increments of 0.25, right? Like if I zoom in, they go 0.25. So every 0.25 is 1 tick. It's 1 tick of movement. Each tick is worth $5. But each whole point, right? Each whole point on the Nasdaq is 4 ticks, and it was worth $20 per E-mini contract. Or if that's too much risk for you, you can always trade micro contracts. A micro contract, no matter the symbol, is 1/10 the size of an E-mini contract, no matter what symbol you're trading. Yeah, Faraz. No, I remember you called out 5,600. You definitely called out 5,600. I do remember. It does not go unnoticed. Trust me. Unless you trade silver. Guys, you know what I saw? I heard in order to put on 1 silver mini contract right now, there was a margin requirement over $90,000 currently in your account. You had to have $90,000 of margin in order to place 1 silver mini contract on. How wild is that? That is that might be the highest margin requirement I've seen. I think it was like 92,000 or something like that. What's up, Spence? How are you? Let's see here. Yeah, I want to say, what's the current margin on silver futures currently? The current margin on silver futures is 16.5%. What's the current price? 85,000. So 16.5% of 85. That can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be right. 5,000 ounces silver per contract. Oh my goodness. It was 103K for Thinkorswim, but it fell to 85K, Robs. Okay, so your margin requirement on Thinkorswim is 85K. Yikes. That's so much. That's so much. That's so much that you have to have. 86,386 at Schwab. Yeah, that's wild. So you pretty much have to have a 100K trading account in order to trade silver. Well, an E-mini. I think. What's the micro requirement? Is it one? Wednesday was a $200,000 short. Yeah. Yeah. If you were able to catch that, supposedly that's why the metals crashed, margin calls. Oh, Shad, sorry, I'm just seeing your question there. So how much is a contract? Are you buying lots, or is it not like that with futures? So a contract would be considered a lot, right? But you're risking, it's like, say I wanted to risk $400 on a trade, right? I would just place my stop after getting into a trade. Here, let me put a sell limit here. I would just put my stop, like, see how, well, you can't see it because you're on the shorts feed. So I would just put my stop at 20 points, right? And that would be a $400 risk. Right? Same thing for my take profit. Say I wanted a 3-to-1, I would put my take profit on my bracket. I would pull it down 60 points. Sorry, math is hard right now. I don't know why. All right, we got the Asian market open now. 48K margin on Trade-Evade for silver swing trades, or 4K for intraday margin, Devin. Yeah, and Trade-Evade has some of the lowest margin requirements from what I recall. I think Trade-Evade and AMP were the two in the futures space that I saw had the lowest margin requirements. I never worry about it because I don't trade the metals, but scalps. He's just scalping away, J-Pong. Jeff, have I heard of Online Trading Academy? I mean, I've seen them pop up. They teach a trading course. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, options trading has turned you into a scalper due to theta. Oh, J-Pong, I believe that. Yeah, you don't deal with any of that stuff in futures. That's what's nice about it. That's what actually got me into futures trading. Was I started out learning options, but the Greeks they confused me. So there was so much to pay attention to. I'd still like to see a break and retest set up for me. I'm going to kind of wait for it at this point. Hopefully we get it. Like I said, I'm going to be looking for something like this. Yeah, Faraz, for sure. Like, a lot of people do use options data to trade futures, and vice versa. Your craziest trade ever was an AMC call turn to 250 into 50K. That's a pretty good day, Devin. You had to be pretty happy about that. Yeah, I told people all the time, I don't have any really like crazy big trades. the like I said, the biggest like day trade that I've had was on the Nasdaq itself. It was $18,000, and it's been a couple years since I've had anything that big. Yeah, the Prince, honestly, I think there's enough free information out there, and you just got to know where to look. There's enough free information out there on the internet where I don't think it's, me personally, I don't think it's worth spending that kind of money on any kind of trading education or courses, because you definitely never know what you're getting into, right? Or what you're paying for. Some people have taken courses and found value. We're in a shady like occupation, you know. There's lots of scams, lots of slimy people. What time frame am I on, Shades? I'm on the 5 minute. I'm on the 5 minute NQ chart right now. What's up, Felix? How are you? Yeah, futures is just so much. I think it's so much more simple, and it's leveraged, you know. I mean, the Nasdaq is 20 to 1. ES is 50 to 1. YM is 5 to 1. Nice rejection there at 630. Do we have some strong rejections there in the past? Not really. Nothing really. All right, so we're kind of like rejecting that prior week close. Yeah, I wish it wasn't. I wish there wasn't so many tests. I wish it would have actually like reached above. There's still that order sitting up here that I kind of wanted to see get traded. What I'm scared of happening is just us trading in this range, right? That's a nice smack, though. I mean, you're looking at 50 points off of that 640 area, 630 area right now. 40 points, almost 50. Come on, give me a big candle down. I just made 120 off that move. Yeah, the move down, like that's a solid rejection there. That is a solid rejection. I mean, do we have anything below? Oh. Now we've got a that's almost the 683. It's sitting there at 500. 683 orders sitting at 500, at 25,500. Gold just tapped the lows. Oh yeah, I'm looking at silver over here on the right. Silver's at 81. What's gold at? Oh yeah, gold should flush this out. I'm just not seeing any buyers here, really. We'll see if... There they come. All right, so they're going to try to hold this area. Gold puking. Everything's puking right now. Literally everything is puking right now. Oh, guys, we just went over 6.7K subs. Thank you so much to everybody that's new here. Thanks for hitting that subscribe button. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up button for me. It really does help out the channel. Welcome. Yikes, we are just flushing around. Flushing. Everything is flushing. I'm looking at silver. Silver's flushing. The Nas is flushing. I mean, this is the opening price right here. That we're trading right now, it looks like. Jeff, you're still new here? Right. Oh, yikes. Yikes. I tell you what, guys. People are losing a lot of money. A lot of money on these metals right now. You just like to watch like a game, just have it be spectator. Yeah, I mean, when price is moving around with this much volatility, it's kind of hard to trade mini contracts. I mean, you can, right? You can make lots of money, but man, you're putting a lot of risk on if something snaps back on you. Lobster Dad. So yeah, they only give you level 1. So if you want level 2 with Lucid, I think it's $13 per exchange if you want level 2 per month. But you can definitely get it through Lucid for fairly cheap. I think it's like $12 or $13 per month at Lucid. But yes, you can definitely do it. Team Massive, I came into the live stream up $980. I haven't taken anything during the live stream. Been more engaged with the chat and not really paying attention too closely. I've been giving my thoughts and my analysis, but I haven't been executing it all. All right, let's see what happens at this pivot here. This is S1 pivot that we're coming into here at 485. Like, if price just crashes through this pivot, guys, with no bounce whatsoever, I don't know. I mean, this is aggressive. This is absolutely aggressive. I mean, this is a 5-minute candle that is now 70 back to back, actually. This is an 80.5 minute candle followed by a current 70.5 minute candle. Wild Deuces, support 1 pivot. That's what this blue line is that you see here. You've got central pivot up here at 752. You've got support 1 pivot sitting right there at 485. Support 2 pivot sitting down there at 25,301. This market is for those folks who pour beer in their Cheerios. Can you imagine pouring beer in your cereal? Are you kidding me? Looks like liquidity sleeps and then move up. Well, I mean, in order for me to get long, like I don't like using the pivots as my execution. I would rather use my levels. So if we get the reclaim above the opening price, reclaim back above 550, I'm not opposed to trying the long back into all this volume. I mean, that moved really quickly through that. There has to be some orders left behind through here. I tried that in college. It's terrible. Nope, and I like beer. Oh, it's got to be awful. Like most cereals are sugary as well. It's got to be terrible. Ooh, what's your guys' favorite cereal? Goated is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I will say that. I have not eaten in a while, but Goated is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But I got a sneaky number 2 favorite that I don't think you guys would ever guess. It's a sneaky number 2. And it might be a hot take and a controversial play at my number 2 slot. Keto granola? Yeah, I remember you saying you're pretty healthy when it comes to your food. Corn flakes? No. All Bran? Okay, no, not All Bran, not Raisin Bran. It's a sneaky number 2. And I think some of you might agree with me. A teragram, you guessed it. A teragram, you got it. A teragram, you got it. Honey bunches of oats. All right, nice bounce off the pivot there. Honey bunches of oats. Sneaky in the number 2 slot there. Cindy, so that's S1 pivot. So support 1 pivot. So if I zoom out, right, like these are your pivots on the day. You've got central pivot sitting up here at 752. You've got support 1 pivot sitting there at 485, support 2 pivot sitting at 301, and support 3 pivot sitting at 25,034. To the top side, the red lines are your resistance pivots. And then the faded gray lines are like the 50% in between the pivots. Only White Sox fans eat those. Anyone? Johnny Appleseed cereal? Mike Light? I've never even heard of Johnny Appleseed cereal. Lucky Charms and Boo Berry, Frankenberry are still the best, Commish. Lucky Charms. I don't know if I could put Lucky Charms in probably even my top 4, even if it was all marshmallows. I don't know if I could do it. You also have to take into consideration what the cereal does for milk, right? Like that plays a huge factor. Like what does the cereal do to the milk? Right? Because tell me, when you guys finish your cereal, are you a finish the milk type people, or are you leave the milk in there and empty it out? Okay, Kelly, now we're getting into dangerous territory. S'mores cereal? I don't think I've ever had s'mores cereal. Whole milk. Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks are pretty good. I don't know if they make my top 5. They're pretty good. Frosted Mini Wheats. J Styles Frosted Mini Wheats does make my top 5. Yeah, Amir, so I'll agree with you. As I've started to get a little bit older, the cereal thing is more like a snack these days. I'm not much of a breakfast guy. I don't really eat breakfast. I sort of skip that meal, which I know is bad, and that might be a hot take as well. But breakfast food for dinner is one of my favorites. It's got to be one of my favorites. Breakfast food for dinner is one of my favorites, without a doubt. Don't really like it early in the morning because it's too sweet. It's too sugary, right? Like a lot of the things are. Unless you're doing like an omelet or something like that. Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries brings back happy memories. Granted state. Okay, I can see that. I know a lot of people that are loyal to the Captain Crunch thing. Nat Gas? Kevin, you want me to look at Nat Gas? Oh, no. Why am I looking at Nat Gas right now? Oh, my gosh. Why would you ever trade this? Why would you ever trade that? Fresh pancakes and eggs. You know what, Amounty? I think if I was deciding, right, between French toast, waffles, or pancakes, I think pancakes would be at the bottom of that list for me. You and your daughter have scrambled eggs, sausage, and a bagel every day? Oh, that's amazing. At 5 p.m.? Oh, that's amazing. Oh my goodness, why am I even looking at Nat Gas? Why'd you get me looking at Nat Gas? This is awful. Absolutely awful. Look at the gap on Nat Gas, guys. Look at the gap down on Nat Gas. The go-to meal? I can agree. Breakfast for dinner is a good play. That's a good play. You quit eating cereal and it helped you to not be not diabetic anymore. You got to eat the right kinds of cereals. And yes, I will agree. I'm not an everyday cereal eater. It's kind of like a once a week snack kind of thing for me, right? All right. The NAS is just kind of hanging out right now. Jeez, dude. Look at that. I keep looking over at the Nat Gas chart, and it is the... it is like... I mean, just crazy. Engaged in the charts, engaged in the cereal. The funny thing is, there's a bigger gap down the 23rd to the 25th. So last weekend was actually a bigger gap. Looking at the 15-minute chart. Like, this chart is just wild. Absolutely wild. Yeah, Wolf will hunt. I mean, there's a lot of volatility in the markets right now. A ton. A ton. All right, let's see what happens at the opening price here. If we reject below this, I probably become not interested in playing the bounces between the pivot and 530. If we get a hold above the opening price, I wouldn't be opposed to trying a long. Back up into point of control here at 590. Amir, so the big green bubbles over here, those are aggressive buyers. So those are market orders. Those are market orders. And then, like if I zoom in on the charts, like you can see the passive orders on the books, right? The only problem that we have right now is normally it looks colored like this, like what you saw right there, right? The darker the color, the bigger the order, meaning if there's a red order. But the problem that we're having right now is this is kind of blinding oh my goodness. So you've got 683 here at 480, and you've got 503 sitting here at 470. You've got nearly 1,200 orders on the books at 480 and 470 right now. So right down in here. Almost 1,200 orders. What's up, Super? How are you? Oh, and well, so my settings are pretty much default on the DOM surface. Just to give you a heads up, my settings are default. So it's just how it is. The only thing that I have changed on my DOM surface is the number of levels that I can see. I have mine set to 550 levels. So if you just change this number, your DOM surface will look exactly like mine. Oh, Wolfle Hunt, the 25K accounts. I mean, you can kind of get away with them, but yeah, they're more the, hey, I want to YOLO my way currently with the way the market's moving. Okay, let's see what happens here around this level. Hey, what's up, Calm? How are you? Yeah, Amir, so the 50Ks give you $2,000 of drawdown. So I know they say a $50,000 account. Really, the account size is the amount of drawdown that you have, right? So you have $2,000. You got to make $3,000 on most of them before you would lose eventually $2,000. Does that make sense? In essence. Obviously, you have trailing drawdown that comes into play and changes those dynamics in the midst of the evaluation period. But overall, the idea is make $3,000 profit before you lose $2,000. So it looks like we had a little bit of seller absorption here. Seller absorption here. Kind of putting in a little flag as well. Yeah, Amir. I mean, yes. So the prop firms obviously have their benefits, right? But there is the con as well. Like you're operating in really tight rules and constrictions, whereas in a personal account you're not, right? Like you have the freedom. Um, you just got to decide which is best for you. I think the natural progression of a trader is obviously trading on a practice account, right? Then when you feel comfortable with your strategy, moving over to the props to give them a try to see if you can trade with that. And then the profits that you make from your prop accounts, you generally want to roll some into a personal account because that's the end goal, right? Like, I don't know when tighter regulations are going to come in the prop industry. It's already starting to change quite a bit. So just be prepared, you know? Oh, are we going to get this? Are we going to get these 1,200 orders filled here, or are these just spoofers? I don't even know if you could get that many contracts filled on a Sunday night. Okay, this one pulled. That one's not there anymore. You don't like how much you're risking at the moment, Wolful Hunt? I would say size down. You know, oh, how... What is going on here? 814 now, sitting at 450? Does anyone have time and sales up? If one of you has time and sales for NQ up, tell me how many orders got filled at 480. Yo. Yo, how quickly did price just move? What's up, Trading for Keeps? How are you? You took the bear flag? Nice. Yeah, you guys know how I always talk about break and retest? I didn't spot it quick enough. You technically have the break and retest here, right? Trading for Keeps. I had a good weekend. I had a good weekend. Amir, you think it's a bear trap? Yeesh, I don't know. How could you size down from one micro contract? 21st of January, 5-minute low is a target, Franks. Let's see. What are we looking at here? 21st of January. 5-minute low. I mean, you still got prior week low sitting down there at 365. You're saying the 21st of January? Yes, you do, and you're usually right, as long as you're not entering. As soon as you click, it is a signal to go in the opposite direction. Yeah, we've all been there. We have all been there. Thanks for your time, Pine. Pyatt, are you in the right stream? Pyatt, are you in the right stream? Yeah, into the futures trading. I mean, overall, you're right. You know, when you zoom out and look at like a 30-minute chart, Pine is leaving now. Oh, so he typed in the wrong chat. I got you. I got you. Yeah, we're just in that consolidation coiling. You know, even if you're looking at a daily, you can go back all the way to last year, and we've just been. I mean, ideally, you want to be taking longs from down here and shorts from up here, right? But yeah, we're just coiling. I know it seems like there's more than that going on, but just because of the volatility, but there's really not. You smell 365 tonight, Piter? Did we hit it? We got to 373. I mean, there's definitely a big order sitting down here at 400. I don't know. I got half the chat thinking it's a fake out. It's a trap for the Bears. I've got half the chat thinking we're flushing. So what do I do? What do I do, guys? I think that means I sit on my hands. If it was overwhelming majority saying one way, I would say, okay, fade them, right? But when I have half saying one thing and the other half saying the other, then it's a split decision, and that probably means you should sit on your hands. Indian bear market's moving like a good RTH session. Loving this. Yeah, the market's, I mean, well, the opening was very predictable. The gap fill was somewhat predictable. I didn't know that it was going to happen that fast. And that's kind of what has me confused right now. Like, is there really that low a volume through all this price? That price is just able to free flow that many points that quickly? And are we just going to fill some of this volume in here? Or are we going to get a hard flush? Like, are the sellers winning or are the buyers winning? You know, that's my fear. So, yeah. Up 479 on a funded, 240 on another eval, just on micro gold and the Indian Burn. You're wild. You're over there trading those metals. You guys are crazy. You guys trading those metals are out of your minds. You're crazy. You're absolutely out of your minds. I mean, how big was the drop on Friday in silver? How big was the drop on Friday on silver? Was it like, wasn't it like 38 or 39%? Tankies, $20 on silver. I mean, the futures, I've got pretty much 120 on Friday down to, I mean, the low was 74. So what is that? That's $46. $46 at one point. And we closed right around 78, it looks like. Yeah, Nate, I'm not touching them. I mean, don't get me wrong. My chat always tries to peer pressure me into trading them. I'm not touching them. I'm not touching them. Not doing it. Aramec 4,100 with 3 micro gold. That's outrageous. That is outrageous. Got a full port GC to get that Lambo Indian burn. You got a full port GC to give up your entire trading career if you're wrong. Nice, Rizzer. Up 1.1K, done for the night? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like, if I don't see something I really, really like, I'm not going to take a trade. I'm up 980. There's no reason. There's absolutely no reason to give any of that back. SSJ's like so much noise. Yeah, on the smaller time frames, yeah, SSJ, 100%. Like, I agree. Some people are really good at scalping, right? Some people are really, really good at it. I'm not. And I know that about myself. All right, you got that big block now sitting down there at 400. Let's see, 819, 850 contracts sitting here. Right at 400. Been loving the streams, Rizzo. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Yeah, my streams are different than what you see in other, you know, in the trading realm. A615. You know, I'm not someone who throws on a ton of trades. I don't throw on max leverage size either. Some people will, that'll upset some people, right? But others will find value in the patience. Occasionally we'll get a troll in here that'll say, less talky, more trades. Right? Oh, nice, Mason. Up 1.3K. You got the short there? Yeah, Aeromech. That's actually right after the opening bell was when I made my money on the short side. I noticed that we were probably going to be gapping down with where US Tech was trading over the weekend, being down at 174 points over the weekend. So I figured we were going to have a pretty good sized gap down. And generally what you see on those weekly opens is the continuation move initially of the gap in the direction of the gap. So once we opened right at a level, I kind of knew we were at least coming down to this level down here. Rotund, why are feuds more volatile in your bathroom after Taco Bell? Oh, jeez, hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Hey, thanks to all the new subs out there, man. What a night. Holy cow, how many subscribers did we pick up tonight? How many new people are here? Oh my goodness. We are climbing and climbing fast here, guys. Those of you that are new here, we are giving away a 150K Take Profit Trader account at some point tonight on stream. It will be a random number guess. No reason to punch in ! Wes. We're going to do it a little bit different. You will need to guess a random number. Nightbot will select the number. I don't know what that number is. But you will need to be here in order to claim your prize, obviously. What's up, Ms. Rain? Congratulations on the mod giveaway win of the Lucid 50K Flex account. Yeah, you don't need to guess numbers yet, guys. You don't need to guess numbers yet, guys. Yeah, Mason, we're going to go something a little bit more. A little bit bigger range than we've been doing on these guesses. I haven't decided yet what it is, but I'll show you what it is. Just so everything's on the up and up and everything's transparent and above board. I don't know if it'll let me do more than that. I haven't like fully experimented with the random number giveaway and what the limits are on it. Pick a number between 1 and 666. See if we can create a new low here. One and however many likes. How many likes do we have? Yeah, guys, smash that thumbs up button. I have no idea how many likes. We got 235 people in the stream right now, which, by the way, thank you. If you're new to the channel, my name's Wes. I'm a full-time futures trader. I live stream every Sunday through Wednesday currently, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. Feel free to come hang out. We got a nice community here. You guys are what make my channel what it is, and I can't thank you all enough for tuning in each and every night. We've been very lucky with the A, quality of people that we've attracted to the channel, and B, to stay away from all the drama that's out there. What's up, Mr. Junior? How are you? Or Mr. JR? Is it Mr. Junior or Mr. JR? I don't want to offend. Sovereignty, what are your chances? Your chances are good. You're here, brother. And you love that it's a night session ETH live session. Yeah, there's a few good live streams on at night. The other, like, really, you know, Pine Tree Trader I know goes live for the 2 hours prior to when I'm live. I know Stock Tiger's got a live stream that is heavily viewed. He's probably the biggest stream aside from the prop firms in the space right now. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are all here. Hopefully I don't annoy you too bad. I annoy myself. So I annoy myself a lot. So there's that. You love this one because of Quant Tower? Yeah, a lot of people ask that. I would say that's one of the questions that I get asked the most on the stream. What platform are you trading on? Because it doesn't look like any other trading platform, right? Like, it looks different. And I have mine customized to how I like it. All right, Pieter, you might get that flush right now. You might get the flush right now. Point of control just flipped down here to 420. Let's see, where do we got high? I mean, all this volume. You got a high volume node here, high volume node here. You've got value area low from. Jeez, really? Is that the prior week's value area low? I think it is. Yeah, that's the prior week's value area low. Oh no, the prior week's value area low is down here. So this must be prior. I don't know what value area this is. Yesterday's maybe? Maybe yesterday's value area low? Did we even get down there on Friday? No. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. B shape on volume profile usually means bearish. Yeah. I mean, you can kind of see, right? Like on your left, you've got your volume profiles. Oh, my bad. On the left, I've got the volume profiles over here. The big orange one is the prior month, right? So this is all of January. Point of control, we're hanging out below January's point of control, right? Where we have cracked, we're kind of right in the middle of the prior week point of control right now, it looks like. Kind of trading right at it. And then you got the prior week low sitting there at 365. So, but this is just gross. This is just, there's gaps all over the place. They've all kind of been filled, right? But we're just in a range, a volatile range. Most important is the big swing low below 25K. Yeah, I mean, these would be my targets down here. You've got these swing lows. And you've got a portion of an unfilled gap down here as well. So if we start getting really aggressive to the downside, right? Like this is the daily 100 SMA right here at 300. If we crack below that and things, like if we get a bearish, aggressive candle close below that, I would start looking down to this area. Obviously, I don't know when that's going to happen or if that's going to happen. Have I used ATIS? No, I haven't used ATIS. What's up, Gen X? How are you? All right, guys. We're coming up on 9 o'clock. It's that time. If you haven't yet, we're doing a 150K Take Profit Trader account giveaway right now, live on stream. I'm going to go ahead and pull the giveaway over just so you guys can see I'm doing everything above board. All right. So you guys can see moderators are not able to enter into this drawing because they can enter as many numbers as they want. You will get one guess for every 30 seconds. You'll kind of see how it works when we get over to it. I'm going to go ahead and click next here. And we're going to go ahead and go any number between 1 and 600 tonight. So as soon as I click this done, you guys can start guessing numbers in the chat, and then you'll kind of see how it works. It'll tell you if you're close to the number. It'll say if others are close to the number, if you're too far away, if you're too high, too low, and let the games begin, guys. Any number 1 to 600 and go. All right. And we're off. Once again, this is for a 150K Take Profit Trader account. Wow, that was quick. Harlan. Harlan with the bang on number, guys. Wow. I don't even think 30 seconds went by there, did it? Guys. Why, Mason, are you watching this? I thought you said it was every 30 seconds, Mason. This is like 6, 11, and 5 in the time he was able to post this. I mean, we're going to honor it, Harlan. We're going to honor it. Obviously, I'm going to give you the account, right? But I'm just confused because Mason said every 30 seconds. My editor was the one who set this up through Nightbot. And that is definitely not every 30 seconds. But so we're going to honor it, Harlan. Obviously. Because that's completely out of our control. However, you have just pointed out another issue with this thing. Big time. Harlan, do me a favor. Are you on Discord? Let me get everything all caught up here. It was timed out for 20 seconds. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure something else out. That's ridiculous. Because that was like every 9 seconds were his guesses. I'm guessing. He said he can be. Okay, Miss Rain, thank you. Harlan, do me a favor. If you don't want to join Discord, that's fine too. I have an email address on my YouTube channel that you're more than welcome to just shoot me an email. It's WesleyEmeraldGate at Gmail, no spaces, no caps. Or you can join Discord and send me a friend request and DM me on Discord. I go by WesleyEmeraldGate on Discord. Yeah, Trader HF, we're going to have to do something different. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Like, everything that we've done with Nightbot so far has been a failure. Has been an absolute failure. That was obviously a failure as well. No offense, Harlan. I'm happy you won an account. But, yeah, that's wild. But, yeah, Harlan, send an email. Okay, yeah, just shoot an email to that email address on there, and we'll get you all taken care of. Congratulations again. All right, guys, it's almost 9 o'clock. I'm going to get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Trade safe, stay patient. You got a lot of volatility, a lot of money that can be made. I would be, at this point, looking for price to probably come down here and try to grab these overnight lows. Next level below that is obviously 303 with the daily 100 SMA sitting right down here. If you drop below that, start targeting these swing lows down here at 25,100. I don't know that we're going to get there tonight. These would be the possible bounce areas that I would be looking at. On my charts, I have supports sitting at 260 to 240 and 100 to 120. You've got support pivots sitting right there at 300 as well. Guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll be back live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Trade safe, stay patient, and good luck trading in the morning. Peace.